I remember every second like it's still inside my head. The way you said it so softly when you told me we were dead. I was standing there in silence, trying not to fall apart. But the moment that you left me, you destroyed my heart. I thought you would stay forever. I thought love was real, but everything you said that day changed the way I feel. The day you broke me was the day I lost my soul. The day you left me was the day I lost control. I was crying in front of you, but you didn't even see. The day you broke me was the day you ended me. I kept asking you to stay. You just said you had to go. I was still in love with you, but you didn't want to know. I was trying not to cry, but my tears were falling down. You were walking away slowly while my heart hit the ground. I didn't lose you slowly, I lost you all at once. Everything I loved in you disappeared in one moment. The day you broke me was the day I stopped believing. The day you left me was the day I started bleeding. I was crying right beside you, but you were already free. The day you broke me was the day you ended me. Tell me why you had to leave. Tell me why you didn't stay. I was still loving you deeply, but you walked away that day. The day you broke me was the day I lost my heart. The day you left me was the day we fell apart. I was still loving you deeply while you were done with me. The day you broke me is the day I'll never forget. I was still holding your hand. You were already letting go. I was still trying to save us. You were ready to leave me, so you didn't even hesitate. You didn't even try. You just said that it was over and left me there to cry. I thought it would be hard for you. I thought you'd feel the same, but you walked away so easily, like I meant nothing anyway. You walked away so easily, like I was never in your heart. Like all the love I gave you was nothing from the start. I was crying in front of you, but you didn't even see. You walked away so easily and I was still holding on to us. You were done with me. I kept waiting for you to turn, just one last look at me. But you kept walking forward, like you finally felt free. I thought love would stop you, I thought memories would stay, but nothing was enough to make you turn. That day you walked away so easily, like my love meant nothing to you. I was still believing in us while you already knew. I was crying in silence while you were walking away. You walked away so easily and destroyed me that day. Tell me why it was so easy to leave someone who loved you. Tell me why it didn't hurt you like it hurt me too. You walked away so easily, but I'm still broken inside. You forgot about my love, but I still remember that night. I gave you everything I had, more than I should do. You walked away so easily, like I never mattered to you. I remember how you looked that night, like nothing hurt inside your heart. I was trying not to cry in front of you while everything fell apart. You were calm and standing there, like love was never real. I was breaking into pieces you didn't even feel. I thought you'd feel the pain too. I thought you'd cry like me, but I was the only one breaking while you were feeling free. I cried while you smiled, like I meant nothing to you. I was losing everything while you were feeling brand new. I was begging you to stay, you were ready to leave. I cried while you smiled, and that destroyed me. I kept asking what went wrong. You just said it's over now. I was trying to save our love, but you didn't even care how. I was crying right in front of you, but you didn't even move. That was the moment I realized I had already lost you. I thought love would stop you, I thought you'd feel the same, but I slowly, but it felt so fast to me. I was standing there in silence, watching you leave me. I kept hoping you would stop, just 1 second, just one look. But you kept walking forward like you closed our whole book. I thought love would stop you, I thought memories would stay, but nothing in your heart made you turn that day. You didn't even turn back, not even one last time. I was still calling your name while you were crossing the line. I was crying behind you, but you didn't even see. You didn't even turn back, and that destroyed me. I was still holding the memories you were already letting go. I was still loving you deeply, you didn't want to know. I kept waiting for a moment that you would feel the pain, but you kept walking forward like love was never the same. I thought love would stop you, I thought you'd feel it too, but I was the only one hurting while you were already through. You didn't even turn back, like I never meant a thing. I was still loving you deeply while you felt nothing. I was crying in silence while you were walking away. You didn't even turn back, and it broke me that day. Tell me why you didn't stop, tell me why you didn't care. I was still loving you deeply while you left me there. You didn't even turn back, but I still remember you. I was still loving you deeply while you were already through. I gave you everything I had, every dream I gave. You didn't even turn back, and now I'm not the same. Everything was fine before, or at least that's what I thought. I was still believing in us while you were already lost. You looked at me so differently, like love was already gone. I was still holding your heart, but you were already done. I didn't know it was the last time, I didn't know it would end. I thought you were still mine, I thought you were still my best friend. I lost you in one moment, one word was enough. 1 second changed everything and broke my heart so rough. I was still loving you deeply, you were already free. I lost you in one moment. like it didn't hurt at all. I was trying not to cry, but my tears started to fall. I kept asking you to stay. You just said it's too late. I was still believing in love. You were closing the gate. I didn't lose you slowly, I lost you all at once. Everything I loved in you was gone in one moment. I lost you in one moment, and I still feel the pain. I was still loving you deeply while you were walking away again. I was crying in front of you. You didn't even see I lost you in one moment, and you forgot about me. Tell me why it ended so fast. Tell me why you didn't stay. I was still loving you deeply, but you walked away that day. I lost you in one moment, but I'll remember forever. I was still loving you deeply, even after we weren't together. I gave you everything I had, more than I should do. I lost you in one moment, and I still love you. I didn't know love could hurt this much. I didn't know hearts could break this way. I thought you were forever mine, but you left me here to stay. You walked away without a word, like nothing ever mattered. I was still holding on to us, while everything just shattered. I was still loving you deeply. You were already gone. I was still believing in us, but I was wrong. You left me in pieces, and I don't know how to heal. You broke my heart so deeply, I don't know what to feel. I was still loving you deeply while you were feeling free. You left me in pieces and forgot about me. I keep thinking about that night. I keep hearing what you said. Every word you told me still plays inside my head. I try to sleep without you, but the pain won't go away. I was still loving you deeply, even after that day. I wish I could forget you. I wish I didn't care, but the more I try to move on, the more I feel you everywhere. You left me in pieces, left me in pieces, and I'm still loving you. Even after you walked away, even after you said goodbye, I was still holding on to us while you were living a lie. I kept hoping you'd come back. I kept hoping you'd change your mind. But every day without you left me broken inside. I was still in love with you while you were letting go. I was still fighting for us, but you didn't even show. I was still in love when you had already gone. I was still holding your heart while you were moving on. I cried for all the moments that will never get to be. I was still in love while you were free. I tried to tell you how I felt, but you didn't want to hear. I was still loving you completely while you were nowhere near. I kept remembering our nights, the way you used to smile. But now everything is over and I'm alone all the while. I was still in love with you, even when it hurt so bad. I was still hoping for a miracle, but it never came back. I was still in love when you had already gone. I was still holding your heart while you were moving on. I was still believing in forever while you didn't care at all. I was still in love while you let me fall. Why couldn't you see my love? Why did you leave me here? I was still in love with you while you disappeared. I was still in love, and I'll always remember you. I was still holding your heart while you were already through. I gave you all my love, more than I should do. I was still in love, even though you left me too. words we used to say have faded into air. I'm staring at your face, but it feels like you're not there. The laughs we used to share are gone like yesterday. All that's left is silence, and it's tearing me away. I try to reach for you, but you don't even see. The silence between us is louder than the sea. The silence between us is breaking me apart. I'm still holding on to you while you've already lost your heart. I'm still crying quietly while you're feeling free. The silence between us is all that's left of me. I remember every night when our voices fill the room. Now the space is empty and I'm drowning in the gloom. I keep waiting for a sign that you might care again, but every time I look at you, I feel this pain within. I'm screaming in my mind, but you're too far away. The silence between us won't let my heart stay. The silence between us is louder than the words. I'm still loving you deeply while you're gone like a bird. I keep hoping for something, but there's nothing to see. The silence between us is all that's left of me. Tell me why it got so quiet, why we can't even speak. I'm still loving you dearly, but your heart is weak. The between us is killing me inside. I'm still holding on to you while you're gone with the tide. I gave you everything I had, every smile, every plea. The silence between us is all that's left of me. I see you laughing somewhere else while I'm still stuck in our past. I keep holding on to memories, wishing this love could last. I remember every word you said, every promise, every thrill. But now you're gone so far away, and I wish you loved me still. I try to call you in my mind, I try to feel you near, but every time I close my eyes, I just drown in fear. I wish you loved me still, like you did before. I wish you held my hand and walked through the door. While you were already free. kept hoping for a sign that you'd come back to me. I kept believing in forever even when it couldn't be. I was still dreaming of your touch, I was still calling your name. But you're already living your life and I'm still in the pain. I wish love could bring you back, I wish hearts could rewind. But the love I gave you fully is the one you left behind. I wish you loved me still like you once used to do. I kept giving all my heart while you were loving someone new. I was still holding on tightly while you let me go. I wish you loved me still, but you'll never know. Tell me why you left so fast, tell me why it had to end. I was still loving you deeply, but you don't pretend. I wish you loved me still, even for just one day. I wish you turned around and didn't walk away. I gave you everything I had, every tear, every thrill. I wish you loved me still, but you don't feel it still. I held you close one final night, hoping things would be alright. But I felt your heart drift away, even as I tried to stay. You didn't whisper, you didn't cry, you didn't even look my way. I kept loving you silently while you were already gray. I knew this was the end, I could feel it in your eyes. The last time I loved you was when we said our goodbyes. The last time I loved you, I gave my heart completely. I tried to hold on forever, but you weren't loving me deeply. I was crying in silence while you were feeling free. The last time I loved you was when you walked away from me. I remember the warmth of your hand, the last time it touched mine. I kept hoping for a spark, but all I saw was the decline. I whispered your name softly, but you didn't even hear. I was loving you one last time while you were already gone from here. I tried to stop the end, but it was already near. The last time I loved you was filled with pain and fear. The last time I loved you, I gave you all my soul. I tried to save our love, but you were already cold. I was still holding on tightly while you were walking the last time still.